at the end of it, you should come out of it with approximately the same skill level as the average police academy graduate in the country. Hello, I'm Greg Hamilton from InSights Training Center, InSights Training Networks. And since 1990, I have been responsible for training over 38,000 people, private citizens, law enforcement, and military all over the nation in self-defense, firearms, and tactics. And now we have online education. That's what the InsightsTraining.net website is. That is our online curriculum. And I want to talk now about why we've chosen to take this online and how and why online education works. First, I was spending a lot of time when I was in Iraq online. Occasionally I'd have whole days of nothing to do. And I was on the Starting Strength Forums, that is Mark Ripeto's powerlifting program. And I noticed that the forums were extremely functional. Looking at it, I started to figure out why. And it's because lifting is objective, right? Powerlifting, you either can or you can't lift, and you lift a certain number. And so what ended up happening on the forums is if an unknown person started giving advice, people would first ask what they lift. And then if someone posted what they lifted and the regular forum users questioned the truth of their statement, they would say post videos or post your match results, right? And then even if the person was in fact strong, they would remind the person that this was Mark Ripeto's Starting Strength Forum, not their Joe Blow Strength Forum. In other words, they made it clear that everyone on the forum is there for the purpose of doing the Starting Strength program, and therefore all answers given to people that have questions should be, what is the Starting Strength answer? If Mark Ripeto was answering this question, how would he answer it given his doctrine? And so that was the intent of the forums, and the forum participants kept the answers tight.
So his system is in balance, but the bar, if you can pause it when he's like halfway up a rep, Mick, like right there. Okay. So if you were like to, put a pressure plate on his foot and then see if it's balanced, he's totally balanced right now. But you see how the bar is a little bit forward of his shoulder. That's bad. So this would be like a much stronger position if right now the bar was much closer to his hairline, if not already over his hair. Yeah, a good indicator for you, Chris, is just any forward bar movement. If you are rolling the bar forward at any point in time, something is going wrong. And then for you, that's going to be relative hip height.
Next was my experience with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, specifically with Gracie University. It is proven to be an extremely effective program. Every technique for the first couple years that you will be studying Jiu-Jitsu, every single technique has a 30-minute video explaining the technique. Also, they have a program called the Gracie Garage, which is a community-based program where you can find people local to you and train together. And people have been very effective at using the videos and the local training partners to learn jiu-jitsu, to the point where people will train together for a year or more in their garage and then fly out to California for a week and take a belt test and be successful. People are using the program and being very effective. One, the video program works. You can, in fact, teach yourself this stuff. Two, the community aspect works. So this is part of what we're doing, is creating a community aspect, and we're adding the forums in. So we're combining things like the Starting Strength forums and the Gracie University stuff with one more cohesive system. And like the Starting Strength forums, you can post videos of yourself doing your techniques, and the community will help give you feedback. There are many people out there that love to help people. You may turn into one of those people on the forums, or if you see a video of someone that is trying to learn something you've already learned and experiencing the same problem you experienced, hopefully you'll be motivated to jump right on the forum and help that person out, just like someone helped you out. So online education can and does work. We have many examples of this now.
This is better than an in-person class. Absolutely better than an in-person class, because you can see so much more about what we're doing and what we're trying to get across to you. In an in-person class, you've got to be behind the gun, right? At best, you get to look at 90 degrees from the side. You never get to look from the front. But in this case, we're showing you videos of every angle, overhead, front, side, etc. You're getting to see all of that, and you're getting to go back and looking at it over and over and over again. Because here's the deal. As you progress through things, I'm going to want you to go back to the beginning and start over regularly. Because when you go back and start over, you're going to see detail that you didn't see the first time through it.
It has really been figured out how to build an effective online educational program. It takes a bit of work, and it's going to take high agency from the users, right? The program isn't just going to happen. You're not going to get directed to do certain things like if you're in a class. But unlike a class, you can work at your own pace. You can stay on a subject until you figure it out. You could go back and review. Everything's there, and you don't have to rely on your extremely limited notes and your extremely limited memory of what happened in a class.
What is a tactical reload? A tactical reload is a reload you do after you've shot the gun some. You now have a lull in the fight, or you think you have a lull in the fight, or you're not taking effective fire at this exact moment. You'd like to fill the gun all the way up and retain the ammunition that was in the gun. Set the magazine parallel, gripping the left and right hand side of the magazine right now from the ready position. Then I punch the button, and it's only that much of a movement to make the swap. We'll do the whole thing again. We're shooting. We come back to the ready position, finger off the trigger. We scan the immediate threat area. So go over the whole thing a few more times. Bang, bang, bang. I don't need to shoot anymore. I come back to the ready position, finger straight. So go over the whole thing a few more times. You've been shooting. Come back to the ready position, start scanning with your finger in the index position, right? Reach for the new magazine, bring it up to the gun, make the swap, put it in the back pocket. You're shooting the gun. For whatever reason, you don't need to shoot anymore right now. Take your finger off the trigger, bring it to the ready position, scan the immediate threat area, reach back and get a new magazine, bring it up to the ready position, shift it between the index finger and the middle finger, make the swap, put it in the back pocket, put both hands back on the gun.
Our online program has more material than our in-person class. Our in-person class for general defensive handgun is 2 10-hour days, and of course an hour each day is lunch, so really it's 18 hours of instruction. In that instruction, you're doing your shooting, of course, which means there's not 18 hours of me talking, but already in general defensive handgun, we have over 14 hours of video split into over 190 lessons. And that's just while I'm making this video. We are continuing to add to it. There's extra credit information, hours and hours of extra credit information. There is all kinds of bonus information, and we will be continuing to add to the course. It's going to be a living curriculum. It'll never be a finished course. Because as we progress and as you have questions and as you have issues, and those are presented in the forums, we will then take that and make new videos explaining things and fixing things and helping you. And so you will be part of the feedback loop of telling us how to make this course even better, and we will continue to add to this course. So that is General Defensive Handgun. It is an extensive curriculum that at the end of it, you should come out of it with approximately the same skill level as the average police academy graduate in the country. That's pretty substantial given that it's online, self-paced. So again, there are 14 hours of video. That's a lot of video. You will be going to the range for a lot of range sessions. We have it broken out in over 24 range sessions already, plus a dozen dry fire sessions.
Dry fire session 1 is just going to be your administrative gun handling. Dry fire session for the draw stroke. So this is your dry fire session for the concealed draw. Nothing changes from the draw. Hands from a variety of positions.
Live fire drill number 2 is the 2-on-1 exercise. Get aimed in, get your stance, get your grip, get everything the way you want it. Find your trigger, prep your trigger. Live fire drill number 6 is the ready position 2-on-1 exercise. with immediate action. It's set up just like live fire drill number 5, except you're starting from the ready position each time, so you're getting a little extra work. Firearm drill. We've talked extensively about the firearm drill. We have tons of videos on it.
Some of those sessions you'll be able to combine your trips together. Some of those sessions you'll do more than once. So it is going to take you a while to finish the class. Most people, given their normal life schedules, it's going to take them a month or 2 to finish the class, but you will be exceptional at the skills by the time you finish. So that is general defensive handgun. That's kind of why and how we did it. And if you have any questions, ask them in the comments below, or we'll see you on the forums.
Hello, my name is Greg Hamilton. I'm going to be your primary instructor for the General Defensive Handgun class. Everyone that owns a gun that's going to use it for self-defense, this is the appropriate level of instruction that they should get.
So once again, grip, clear, lock, ready, sight. Gun didn't fire for some reason. Tap, rack, bang. It still didn't fire. Lock, rip, work, tap, rack, bang. We're going to have a system of being aware, and it's going to start with condition white. It's going to go white, yellow, orange, red, and black. That is the justification for use of deadly force, is the conservation of innocent life. You're going to come back, you're going to come down, you're going to grab that concealment with your middle finger lifted out of the way and holster the gun. Like always, when you holster your gun, gently holster your gun to ensure that nothing is in the holster, in the trigger guard, etc. You don't need to shove the gun in the holster. Place it gently in the holster. Come back to the ready position, and now 2-on-1 exercise.
The exact same size dimensionally as far as the height of the gun and the length of the gun as the Glock 19. The difference is it's much thinner. Full grip clearance, covered trigger guard, and then lastly, it's rigid and non-collapsible. So after I take the gun out, the holster doesn't collapse and I'm able to put the gun away.
No problem at 3.5.